Hi, I'm Tracy and I am back out to sea, so that means it's casino challenge time again. I am currently on the MSC Seascape out of Galveston. We're doing a 7-night sailing down to the Caribbean and can't really see outside, but trust me, it's a dreary, rainy day today, so perfect time to start my video. So in this cruise, I am doing a UrComped Meet Up cruise. So there's about 100 of us total with the UrComped group, and MSC Casino is hosting us, and we've had a full week of activities, a lot of them funded by MSC, which is wonderful. I will have a video coming out later that will really kind of cover the whole MSC meetup experience, so you kind of know what it's like to do one. If you've never done one, I do highly recommend it. They are a lot of fun. So but this video is going to be focused on my casino challenge. Now, MSC is a great cruise line for those that literally don't want to have to pay anything. When you book a casino comp with MSC, all you pay for, you do a $400 deposit, but you get that back as free play. So honestly, it's really costing you nothing. You do not pay port taxes, you do not pay any fees. So it truly is a free cruise. Another interesting fact about MSC is that they don't do tax forms. So if you did get a hand pay on this cruise, they do not file any, they don't do any tax reporting. So you're totally on your own to self-report. So let's get into the challenge. So this is a 7-night cruise. So my total budget is $700. And the goal is to earn a free cruise by the end of the week and hopefully have my casino stash last me the full week. So I will be honest, when you look at the point values for MSC to earn a free cabin, I think they're pretty stiff compared to other cruise lines. So here's the point chart, and you'll see that if you want a week-long sailing on an MSC, even to just get an interior cabin, it's 8,000 points. That's a really high number. On MSC, you get 1 point for every $3 wagered through a machine. So if they want 8,000 points just to get an interior cabin on a 7-night sailing anywhere in the US, that is insane. That's $24,000 you have to wager or play through the machines. So that's obviously not money out of your pocket, but it's still money you're cycling through those machines. That's a massive number. On Royal Caribbean, I believe it's like 800 points to qualify for an interior cabin on, now granted it's select sailings, but it's actually worldwide sailings, and for an interior cabin. And theirs is 1 point for every $5 wagered. So literally you only have to cycle $4,000 through on Royal Caribbean to be able to qualify for a free interior cabin, whereas it's 24,000 on MSC. So that's very aggressive in my part, in my opinion. So that's kind of a downside on the MSC, but everything else has been great. Their casino staff has been very engaging, very active. They have activities going on every single night. They have good-sized casinos. I think this one on the Seascape is about 186 machines on the main floor, and then upstairs on the deck 8, they have a sports bar area that has even more machines. I think there's like 32 upstairs, and then there's a little smoking lounge right next to the sports bar that also has machines in it, has another 18 machines in it. So, and I think there's like 12 or 14 table games. So it's a decent sized casino. The ship has been fantastic, gorgeous ship. The entertainment has been really nice. They've had production shows 6 nights, and then on that other night they had a really good comedian. So every night there's really big entertainment going on, live music all around. So no complaints on the ship. It's been a great experience. So I just wish that their point chart was a little bit more realistic. So I am going to do my best and give it a try. I just know it's going to take a lot of hours in the casino for me to be able to get up to 8,000 points, and hopefully I can hit some good pays that will replenish my bankroll. So let's get into it. Now in this first recap, it's going to just cover my first 3 days of playing in the casino, and I'll be honest, it has not been the greatest start. So I am making sure to take advantage of MSC's double point hours. I normally don't play double points because it's usually early in the daytime when I'm either not up or I'm just more of a nighttime player. But because of how high MSC points are to earn a free future cruise, I am going to make sure that I take advantage of all of their double point stays. Now, they do offer that pretty much every day except for the first and last day, and it'll be an hour to 2 hours where they offer the double points. Often it is in the smaller casino up on deck 8 at the sports bar, but hey, I'm fine with that. If it's getting me double points, I don't care which level I'm playing on. So going in, I really did not expect to target getting a balcony, which is like 15,000 points. My bankroll's just not big enough. I would have to get incredibly lucky early on with a jackpot or something to be able to recycle my wins enough to get to that 15,000 points. Plus play a long time in the casino. So again, my target is just to get an interior or ocean view, kind of see if I can hit those point values with my bankroll of $700. So now, if you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Tracy, and I retired early so that I could cruise 50% of the time. So I live on cruise ships part-time, and then I pretty much go back home for a couple of weeks, and then I'm back out to sea for 2 to 3 weeks. So I just kind of bounce back and forth, and I have been loving it. So I'm able to do this all thanks to casino comps. So in my channel, I do like to do casino challenges. When I cruise, it makes it fun for me, gives me I like to track the numbers, and also it helps me keep aware of how much I'm spending in the casino, because when I'm traveling this heavy, I can't go crazy in the casino. It will get costly very quickly. So this helps me kind of keep control of my total spending, but still continue to play enough, hopefully, to continue to keep earning all these free cruise offers. I have some videos out there. One of them I talk about how I have not paid for a cruise in 9 years, all thanks to casino comps. In my recap, I'm going to show you how much I played each day, how many points I earned each day, and if that day was a win or loss, and then what my remaining bankroll is. So even though I do basically $100 a day bankroll, that's my total bankroll for the trip. So in this case, I have $700, and I might play 500 of it on my first day, and not get anything, or hopefully get some wins that I can then replenish my bankroll for the rest of the week. So let's get into that number. So in this first recap, I'm going to go over the first 4 days on the MSC Seascape. So as you can see from this chart, it did not start out the greatest. On day 1, I played 3.5 hours. I did earn 1,216 points and only lost $100. But that told me alone that it was going to be really hard to build the 8,000 points that I was going to need this whole trip. It's just hard to build points here. I did have a couple of good wins, not huge wins, but I had a $280 win. And then I had a $288 win on the mouse coin combo, which was, I was playing a 2-cent denomination for a $1.76 bet. And then also on Prosperity Link, I won $227 playing a 5-cent denomination for a $1.90 bet. So you will see that I tend to like to play the higher denominations. It's about a similar bet, but it's giving me those higher progressives. So that was it for day 1. On day 2, I did take advantage of the double points promo that MSC will run for most days. They don't run it on day 1 or day 7, but other days they will have the double points feature. And you really need to use those double points periods if you want to be able to build any points. So on day 2, I did play 4.5 hours. I earned 1,914 points, again, mainly thanks to the double points, but I lost $460. So it was a huge loss for that day. I started out good, though, on Mo Money on a 5-cent denomination for a $2.50 bet. I won $349. And then on my other game that I really like, Magic Treasures, I won $339 on a 1-cent $4 bet. So those were some nice wins that started out good, but then as the night went on, I just donated and just gave back all that money. So I was down to just $140 of remaining balance going into day 3. On day 3, I was kind of a little burned out from taking the beating the night before. Plus, we had a lot of activities going on that day, so I only played 1 hour in the casino. I missed the double point period, and I only earned $328. So, and lost $80. So, the only good things I had, I hit some $100 bets, or $100 wins, but nothing really major. So it really wasn't until day 4 that things started clicking for me. Going into day 4, I only had $60 of my remaining bankroll left, so it was not looking good for me. Luckily, I hit some really nice wins on day 4 that really replenished my bankroll. I was able to play for 4 hours, earned 2,060 points, again, taking advantage of those double points. They had a 2-hour double point period, so that really helped. Some of the nice wins that I had was on a game called Egyptian Link. I was doing $2.25 bets and then $1.50 bets, so I won 225 on that, 226. And then I really did well on my last 2 machines on the last machine that I played, which was the Double Chili Mania Extremo. So I was doing a 1 cent denomination for $1.50 bet, won $451. And then on top of that, I hit a huge one for on that same machine. I took my bet up to $7.50, which I normally don't do, but I was doing good on the machine, and I hit for $1,103. So that was a huge boost to my bankroll. I then recycled a lot of those winnings back and cashed out just up $450 for the night, but it did replenish my bankroll. So I had $510 going into day 5. Even with those wins and the long hours, I'm only at 5,518 points, still a long ways away from earning any comp cabins. Before we get into the final recap, I want to do a special shout out to all the new subscribers. Thank you so much. On day 5 and 6, I played a combined 9 hours in the casino, which is much longer than I normally like to do. But I was really trying to push to get some more points. So on day 5, I played 2.5 hours for 839 points, but I lost 260. In day 6, I played an incredible 6.5 hours, but I earned 3,221 points. 2 hours of that was during the double points session, and I lost 250. I didn't have any massive wins, but I did have some decent wins on the Buffalo Max, just playing the 1 cent denomination for $1.20 bet. It was paying really well. Won $244 and then $379. And then I went back to my Double Chili Extremo game and won $339 on that. So had some decent wins to keep playing, but ultimately I did get back all of my bankroll, so I was down to $0 at the end of day 6. At the end of day 6, I'd only gotten up to 9,500 points, so not enough to get to the ocean view, but at least I was at the interior. On day 7, all I did was redeem my points for free play, which you can do at the end of your cruise. So I took my I think I had like $96 or $95 that I could redeem my points for. So I played that. I was literally down to my last $25 when I moved over to a game called Where's the Gold? And it's one I had never played before, but it just took off on me. I won $215 on just a 75-cent bet. Then I switched to a 2-cent denomination for $1.50 bet and hit for another $297. And then switched to the 5-cent denomination for $3.75 bet and hit for $5.38. Keep in mind, this was all off of the redeeming the points, so there was $0 out of my pocket. So I took all this money and I just kept playing, trying to build more points to see if I could get to the next level. And then on the same machine, I hit my biggest win of the whole cruise by hitting a major on the machine that paid $1,231. Amazing. Now, I followed my policy of continuing to recycle all my wins to build the points. So I did play all of this money back to try to get points. So I finished at 11,662 points, and I spent my entire bankroll of the 700. So what did that get me? Drum roll, please. It got me a free ocean view cabin anywhere in the U.S., including Alaska, up to 8 nights, plus $50 in free play. Now, this is where I'm really kicking myself that I wasn't paying better attention to the point chart. So all that money that I played back in there to get from $10,000 up to the $11,600 all that got me was an extra $50 in free play. I totally waste and threw money away that technically, if I would have just stopped, I could have walked away still with that ocean view, but I would have had at least another $500 in my pocket. So next time, I'm going to definitely pay a lot more attention to the point chart. Now, some real talk. If you're playing for casino comps in the hopes of earning future cruises, MSC is not the cruise line to do. Their comp chart is 5 to 6 times higher than every other competitor. Now, this is just my opinion, and I know personally for me, since I want to keep selling on casino comps, ideally in balconies, I just know that my entertainment dollars for the casino go a lot farther on other lines. I did enjoy my time overall on the MSC, and I do encourage you to look into status matching. So here's some info on this. I also have several videos out there on status matching, on how you can status match your offers from a land casino or from one cruise line and status match it with other cruise lines to get free cabins. So you can either use UrComped or you can go direct to their website. So here's a little bit of info on how to status match. You can go online and just simply Google MSC Casino Comps, and you will be brought to this website where you can submit a copy of your land-based or your other cruise line casino comp certificates, and MSC will match them. They also have the perk of matching your loyalty status on any other cruise line or hotel. So upload your loyalty status as well, and you get comps or status match for both. You can also go online to UrComped, which is a company that will status match you with all the different cruise lines, as well as some land-based casinos based on your offers from just one cruise line. So they deal with all the major cruise brands, and I highly recommend it. I've used them for years. So here's a QR code that you can scan, and it will automatically take you to their site. Please hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps the channel. Check out these links to my other videos on cruising and casinos.